not want to call my husband a liar.
How is the project coming along? I think the Alice in Wonderland project is a little bit behind schedule. But you know, these things happen where you're tackling a big project.
Very, 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 very behind schedule. We have this much work to do, and this much work is done.
It's all a part of the process.
The problem is, I make the list, I make the schedules, and they get ignored.
Did she tell you that? Look, I'm not the one to point fingers or cast the blame on anybody. All I'm going to say is that there are a lot of things being done that have nothing to do with the project.
I think a lie doesn't care who tells it as long as it's told. Because there's a lot of things happening that shouldn't be happening. And part of it is someone's failing to meet the deadlines and constantly needing reminders for those deadlines. And on top of it, got the nerve to try to start other projects that aren't even on our list.
I mean, look at what we're doing right now. This right here has nothing to do with the project. Extracurricular activities.
There's a lot of procrastination. Oh, I'm gonna do 40, 50, 60, 100 of these mushrooms. Oh, I'm just gonna have mushrooms hanging off the walls. It's just gonna be great. Look at all my ideas. Where are the mushrooms? Where are they?
Part of that process is making sure that you're well rested. What can I say?
All of the resting that he's doing, you would think you're the most well-rested person on the planet.
The only way we're gonna get anything done project-wise is if I keep us on track. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep us on track.
All I'm saying is it's gonna take a team effort. It's gonna take both of us working together. Some people need to tighten up a little more than others. I'm gonna have to be the one to move this ship along, keep us floating, keep us sailing, keep us on track. That's evident. It's okay, I'm okay with that. I'll play that role. I'll do that for you guys. I love you guys. Welcome back to SD Squared,
where we talk about home renovation and DIY projects. I am Sundiata.
And I'm Shontia.
And if you haven't checked out our last video, go ahead and check it out.
Right now.
Or maybe there.
And then come back, and then, you'll be caught up.
Yeah, we did a little bit of garage cleanup, and now we're moving on to our next steps, which is a little bit of crafting.
Yeah, nice. So me and Sunny both had different ideas.
Yep.
So we decided that we're going to plan them and execute them separately.
Do you want to talk about a little bit of your project where you started?
I'll let you go first.
All right, cool.
Let you go
Thank
first.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Men first. Men take the lead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Relax.
yeah.
If you're going to go first and then open the door for me, sure.
Okay, so for my project, I wanted to make very realistic type of mushrooms and kind of throw them all across the floor. And so, just place them, throw them. And so what I did is I got some foam and I began cutting them into two pieces, the stem and the mushroom top. Now, cutting them was really, really difficult. It got very messy very quickly. And so I tried different cutting techniques. I used a knife, I used scissors, razor blade, and I felt that the scissors were the most accurate in regards to getting the shape that I wanted. So I'll continue cutting the rest of the mushrooms with that. got some Mod Podge and kind of glazed over the top to harden the surface, and used a Dremel tool after that to kind of get more of a defined shape. Then I took the two mushroom pieces, the stem and the top, glued them together with hot glue, and proceeded to paint over them with some spray paint.
Okay, so what I was thinking in terms of my mushroom is 2 panels, same size, same everything, back and front, right? And then I was thinking of putting like an object in between to give it like dimension, and to put lights on the inner cardboard so that it glows.
Okay.
Right? So it will kind of pop out a little bit, and you'll see the glowing from the sides, right?
Makes sense.
Envision it?
Yep.
Okay, so how I went about executing it was that I used poster board, and at first I was going to just use the purple poster board and keep the purple, but because I cut it and then I ripped the paper, it didn't work out that way. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I cut out both sides, then I taped the edges off with painter's tape,
Okay.
so that it had more of a rounded shape and it didn't have it didn't look jagged, right? Because I want it to look more uniform. I know your mushrooms kind of seem like more realistic, and mine is kind of cartoony, like almost if you drew it. And so I wanted it to have like a round shape. So this is me measuring out my stem. I use the cutout of the mushroom so that I can make a stem that best fits the size of the mushroom head. After the stems were complete, I spray painted them, and then I used the scrap poster board to create the structure that I'm going to put between each panel. I ended up actually going a different direction once I realized, like, okay, so the lights aren't shining as much as I want them to from the sides. You're going to see in this next clip, that I actually put the lights directly on the panels. And the next morning, Sunday actually helped me create an arch between each panel that the lights went all the way around, not just the head of the mushroom, but also the stem. Now, it does still look unfinished from the sides. It looks better than it did, but it still looks unfinished. So any suggestions on how we can make that better is welcome. So this is what it looks like from the front, and that's what it looks like from the side.
Nice. Is there anything that you would have done differently or changed as far as like your process goes?
I think I would have made sure we had an X-Acto knife, for sure, because having the what was it?
The scalpel.
Scalpel. That thing was. I'm not gonna hate on it. I mean, it got the job done, but it was kind of like you were saying, like. The scissors was like, there's probably a better option than the scissors.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
My dad always said like having the right tool takes a 30-minute job into like a 5-minute job.
Yeah.
So,
I will say that like I probably could have done it with more accuracy and more less time if I had that. And then also maybe I wouldn't have had to tape off the corners. So which didn't take me a lot of time, but definitely probably would have done that differently. And then also thinking back, the purple cardboard was probably never necessary because to be perfectly honest,
you had intentions on painting it anyway.
No, I wanted the purple to be purple, but
yeah.
and that's why I grabbed it. But it would have looked like it wouldn't have had the look that I ended up getting, like where it looks made by you versus like it's like taking a piece of like paper that's colored paper and then like drawing something on it that's that color. It's like it's not like you colored it in. Nothing against that. It's just I wanted to have a specific look to it. Yeah, and I feel like I achieved that with this method. But I would just get regular cardboard.
Nice.
Yeah.
So after the crafting, where do you envision placing these objects around the house for the party?
I was thinking because of my I forgot to explain an element of my design.
Okay.
So I'm also going to make right now. I just have a mushroom that lights up. But in order to give it like the structure that you were talking about for your mushrooms, I used I created like a triangle with cardboard.
Okay.
So picture like a board here and then a board back here like this. This is the front. This is the back like that. And I pasted that to the back using E6000 as well as hot glue.
Ooh.
And that's going to act as almost like a way to keep the mushrooms, like it's going to be standing. So it's going to be like little props, like off to the side.
Nice.
Because they're large enough, you know.
Can people sit on them?
People cannot sit on them. I would not suggest it. They may tumble.
No. Does not support human weight.
Yeah, maybe we should get a sign.
Please
just
do not,
in case.
Please do not sit on me.
Because you will not get no money.
Yeah, as far as my mushrooms, I hope to take a piece of cloth and dye it. Currently it's white, but I want to dye it green and have that be like a moss bed and have the mushrooms growing out of the moss bed. Place them on the walls, on the floors.
So how many do you think you're going to be able to make, like, by the time of the party? Because we got what?
We got about like 40 days left. It's very close. Right.
Ain't no way. 40? I think you may be overestimating.
It might be 28, 27, 22.
It ain't that much. But 20 something sounds more like it.
Today's the 19th.
You went from 40 to 20. See, that's why you've been procrastinating.
I haven't been procrastinating. I've been working.
Thinking you have all this time talking about I got 40 days.
It is less than a month away. So
it's less than a month away.
22 days, honestly.
And we got so much more to do. And
we'll
so much more to buy.
And that's the fun part.
You know what? Getting it done has been fun, but I look forward to getting more work done because we really need to. Yeah. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe.
And leave a comment on any of our design techniques. If you feel like there's something else that we could try, please let us know. And thanks for watching, guys.
I'm Shontia.
I'm Sundiata. SD out.